Welcome everybody. This is video 2 of my 3 video series, and today we are going to talk about another big problem as a business owner I have faced and most of you face, and I think you can relate to it. We're talking about the growth path or the clarity around which path do I take to grow my business. Before I jump in, for those who didn't watch the first video, a quick backstory about me. I'm a serial entrepreneur, a cryo studio business owner. I own a couple of studios here in Texas. I just quit my corporate job with a 6-figure salary just because it wasn't what I was passionate about. My true passion is teaching, coaching, and helping entrepreneurs, and that's what I want to focus. And this video is part of a 3-video series that talks a little bit more about what we're going to be covering in our 5-day business challenge, a 5-day business evolution challenge. So today I want to talk a little bit more about the number 2 problem for me is some clarity around the growth path. So if you step back and say, what are all the things that have worked, what didn't work? My favorite saying again is, smart people learn from their mistakes, wise people learn from others' mistakes, and I want you guys to be wise. I want you to learn from the 2.5 years of trial and error I've done and what's worked for me. So when you think about growth path, there's so many options, so much confusion. What works for a local business won't work for an online business versus other types of businesses, coaches and stuff. So I saw a lot of information about e-commerce business and online business and coaches, but nothing was really geared towards a wellness studio owner or a local business. So that's the reason I have this program for us. So when I looked out, I saw, okay, there's Facebook marketing, Instagram marketing, Facebook ads, Facebook lives, influencer marketing, and then you go back to the old school print marketing, flyers, sponsoring teams of colleges or even schools, radio ads, TV ads. Now we don't have unlimited budget, so where is the right place to put our money to get the best return on investment on our money and time, right? So that's the problem. So we have so many options. It's where do we focus? What can we learn from other people who've been successful? So a couple of things that work very well for me. Again, this comes from either Russell Brunson's ClickFunnels course or other things I've learned from the last 2.5 years. So one simple trick I did as working great for us is use John Taffer. This is part of the restaurant industry, but it's still a service industry, so it will work great for either if you're a cryo studio, a yoga studio, med spa, or a dance studio. Any of the local wellness studios can use the same technique. So the strategy is what he talked about in the restaurant industry. Somebody comes in rate, so we add offers in those lines. We've had specials or simply writing 25% off the next time you come in. We did that 3 times. There's various ways you can do this. I'll cover more of that in our course, but just for an overview, making sure somebody comes back at least 3 times. It doesn't cost you anything, but it works wonderful as a way of retaining a customer and making sure they're long-term customers. The second concept, again, is an overview, is a dream hunter concept. So what your whole goal is, your target market is heading to certain places, whether it's 100 people or in our case even start with 10 people. That's what I did. Blogs or YouTube influencers or Instagram influencers, our doctors, our business groups or Facebook groups. Get in front of them with your message. Help people there, leave reviews, help people with their problems, and then automatically you will find some of the traffic coming towards your business. So we'll talk a little bit more about that again. And then one of the other big concepts that I've learned in the last 6 months is about offer versus product. A lot of us are very keen about products, at least I was, just saying, hey, cryo, here's 1 cryo, here's 5 cryo, here's a membership. And what it does is now it gets into some price comparison shopping with your competitors. So how do you go from being a product to an offer? Like what else can you add to make it an offer which is very unique to just to you versus just a product with the feature and benefit that they can shop anywhere else. So we'll talk a little bit more about that, but that off your target audience are going and get your name in front of it and then the main difference between an offer and a product, and how can you move towards an offer versus a product. So I hope that gave you some clarity around the growth path and what you need to do and where to focus your time and energy. If you have any questions or comments, leave it on the note below. I would love to continue this conversation, and let's work together to make our business grow rapidly and have a clear growth path on where we're going to take it. So talk to you tomorrow about the third part of the series, and thank you. Yes, I scored.